Ladies and gents, it is Pogo here. Welcome to the first game in the series between Mr. Pasha and Popolim1. It is Sweden versus Russia, and I'm obviously in the good company of Mr. Doubleslive. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Dubs, let's unpause this in 3, 2, 1, and give us a run. Give us your professional opinion on these two civilizations.
We have Mr. Pasha playing Sweden and Mr. I'm going to call him 1 so I don't butcher his name, playing Russia. Sweden versus Russia. I feel that this is heavily favored towards Sweden. Sweden has a lot of different things they can do, and they are a very strong civ. Russia, you can kind of predict what's going to happen for the most part. They're going to put some pressure on H2, and you're either going to deal with it or you're not. And that's how it's going to go down. So let's see what happens.
You know, it's funny that you say it's Sweden favored because I have always had the impression that this MU is actually Russian favored. That's my impression. That's my impression. I don't know.
But Sweden right now is terrifying and tearing up the ladder. So I guess we'll have to see. I mean, I can see how Russia could win. I get why. There's a lot of pressure in H2. And, you know, the main unit from Sweden is a Caroline. The main unit for Russia is a Strelette. Counters a Caroline. I don't know. I guess we're going to see how it's played out here.
You know, this is a historical matchup, this Sweden versus Russia contention. These two countries were at war for a very long time during the, the industrial era. But now what we're going to be saying or watching, rather, is a game of contention in the painted desert map. Plenty of hunts, plenty of cattle, plenty of mines.
That's why these guys picked these two civs first. They wanted to do a little historical battle. See what we got going on here. It's a perfect map though for Sweden, right? I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 semi-uncontested mines.
Absolutely. And we have the first card of the Russian player being sent. It is Distributism for a nice trickle of 1.25 wood.
3 vills coming out of Sweden.
Now, Sweden is now sending 3 vills. You're right. He's going to be aging up with 15. A little greedy. I'd personally go with 14. That's me. But if you feel...
He has some mark cards, too.
He does. He does have the Zagilian allies and the Vasa allies as well for defense, I assume. He does have Jaegers as well, the Haitian Jaegers. Not a bad decision here. I like this deck quite a bit. And I know Pasha is playing his best. He wants to start the series with his best civ. I'm not against it. Let's just put it like that.
Russia deck pretty standard, for the most part, but he does have the Team Inferior card. For the 15% gather rate on bushes and 10% on hunts. So you have to see if he actually sends that in early, or if that's more for a late game, eco card, or is it like part of his rush? Give him more resource.
I got a question here. Why does he have Team Inferior when spies thingy-majiggy? The H2 card is actually better. I don't. That's kind of my question. And why is there no eco theory on this deck? Someone answer these questions for me, because I don't understand.
Maybe he's gonna show us.
Well, I hope so. Because Pasha is not playing game. He has his market, and all his villagers are now chopping wood. 2 torps, plenty of cows found by Mr. Pasha and being sent to the base. He's aging up with the Philosopher Prince, which I believe, I don't know what it does.
What is that one?
Isn't that the Arsenal one and Barracks?
Is that? Yeah, it might be. Yeah. That's not the Ville and the cows.
But it's not the, what is the other one? It's not the governor for the tower and the 200.
It's not the food.
Nope. And the Russian player aging up as well with a quartermaster, 400 wood, a little bit of a standard gameplay. Russian has built a forward blockhouse by the middle of the map.
Ooh, I like it.
Very forward, actually, not that far away from the Swedish home base. And that aggressive play is now spotted by Pasha, who has run his explorer through the blockhouse, who wants to know
And you notice the blockhouse is shooting that forward Ville.
It is actually. It is actually gonna shoot at that forward Ville. I don't know if it's gonna kill it. Ooh, and Pasha reacting right away and sending town militia. I don't know if I agree with this, but oh, I see it. The age up was the 500 food actually.
It was the 500 food one. Okay.
Mm.
And we have 700 wood coming in for Russia here. No unit shipment, just straight to the 700 wood.
And barracks and stable, very good play here for Pasha. I like this. I think you definitely need the Husk against Russia.
Are we gonna see a double barracks push out of Russia here with the 700 wood?
I mean, this micro is a very particular, I would say. He's gonna get 5 musketeers.
He did put down the market. Is he gonna go ahead and get hunting dogs off of this?
He should. He definitely should. As Russia, you need food and you need it bad. So without queue up, you have a coin. Go get those hunting dogs. And he's actually killing the cows. I think he's gonna train some strelets.
We have 5 ruskets out. We're gonna have to send 700 gold as well.
Interesting. No aggression from the
No.
Russian player.
Sweden sending Dominions, which is pretty standard here. Gonna get the free 4 torps. He's on what, 4 torps right now, working on his 5th. So he is still making the torp production. We do have what? No units made yet, but we do have some Carolines being queued. Carolines, yep, some Carolines. Holy moly!
It's all right. Don't you worry about it.
I'm a mess. You got double Hussar rush though. A little bit of a raid.
And we see a couple of musketeers going forward for the Russian player. He's gonna be shooting at the. Ooh, picking up 1 Ville. Very good. Very good Russian raid. As you recall, not a bad play. Idling 10 Villes, 12 Villes actually.
Oh, might pick up 1. Nope, not gonna pick up 1. Did get some nice idle time there.
Yeah, definitely. Russia now.
Torps are out.
Russia is actually pop capped. He's on 43 out of 45. He needs to build houses. He needs to get resources out because he's a big mass. He's not using it.
No, not at all. And we have what, 11? We're on 11 torps now for Sweden. Coming on 12, 13 actually. We're on 13 torps.
Probably gonna be sending the 7. Ooh, he's not. He's gonna be sending the Engels Ironworks.
I love this card. I love it.
Yeah, very competitive.
Gonna give him a lot more gold production. Gonna be able to keep more Villes on food and be able to mass some Caroline. But we do have a little bit of pressure coming out of Russia here. Gonna go ahead and pick up the Explorer. Explorer is down. Russia does have a shipment available. He isn't pop capped yet, so he can over pop here with his shipment if he wants to. Opting to not send a shipment right away. We do have 4 Hussars, and we do have a decent mass of Carolines out as well, so Sweden is ready for the rush.
Total of 5 Haas and 10 Carolines for Pasha. It's minute 8, and he's currently going to try to intercept this Russian army heading for his torps.
We do have 5 Cossacks coming in for Russia.
Yeah.
A little bit of a pressure here on the torps, which is what you got to do if you're playing Sweden. You cannot let them just sit on their torps.
10 Strelets, 5 Cossacks. I think with that army, you have to force the fight against Sweden. You can't let them.
Yeah.
Kind of have to force them into fighting. You cannot let them mass and mass.
And he does not have leather cannons on the field yet, so that is good news for Russia. Russia just now getting hunting dogs in.
It's a very late age market upgrade. Hussar's trying to connect against the Strelets here.
Gonna go ahead and engage here. So we do have Huss on top of Strelets here. We have Carolines in the back. Gonna go ahead and do some poke damage on the Musketeers. Hussars are pulling off. Did pick up 1, 2, 3 military units of Russia. Gonna go ahead and pull back now. Decent amount of resources here for Russia. Russia does have a decent amount. Gonna queue 10 more Strelets, and we're gonna get another unit shipment.
Ooh, and Pasha is now sending the 2 letter cannons, which are effectively going
That's
to
gonna
hurt Russia deeply. The Cossacks are not being used to raid on this side of the map. So a little bit of a micro or problem. Double block houses here in the middle of the map, but he needs to get his army together. He needs to start getting value out of these Cossacks. Otherwise, he's just going to be giving the game away. A very good composition out of Russia. We are now talking about 48 units, out of which 28 are Stralet, 14 Musketeers, and 5 Cossacks alone. Pasha is playing defensive, which is the right way to play against Russia. You need to wait. And a little bit of a raid here in the back.
Gonna go ahead and pick up one Vil here.
Mm-hmm.
Score is relatively close for Russia and Sweden, both in the 10K, with scores within 400 points of each other.
Yep, and you got to remember the game, the Russian villager training is very effective, and as the game goes on, the villager difference between these two civilizations is going to continue to increase in the favor of Russia. A little bit of a fight here.
Cossacks versus Hussars. Musketeers and Strelets coming in here. Gonna go ahead and try to snare the Hussar. Put the Musketeers into melee. Not gonna opt not to do that, but gonna pick up at least one, maybe two. Only lost one Hussar there. Would like to see a little bit of a snare from the Musketeers. Gonna go ahead and pick up a Torp here. We are on a decent amount of Torp pop here for Sweden. I think we're sitting right around 14.
Russia is invested in even more Musketeers, a very scary number of Russian units on the field. Pasha is actually struggling to get coin because his torps are mining, but his torps are actually being destroyed on this side of the map, and he only has 3 on this mine, so he's effectively only mining out of 2 mines instead of 3 or 4.
And both players picking up steel traps.
Yep. With the Boyar's card is now incoming for Russia. 10% hit points and 10% damage on Strelets, Cossacks, and veteran Oprinchinks. Very good card, valuable card. Ooh, look at these letters.
A little bit of a fight going on here. Some leather cannons are going to clean up nicely. Nice little choke point there. Way to protect them from being, from Pasha's point of view. There was no way for Russia to get in there.
Absolutely. And Russia does make the right decision. He pulls away. He knows this is not a fight that is going to end up in his favor. So he's going to pull away and probably go siege these torps. You kind of have to be more aware of your map. If you see dead carcasses, this could have been an easy kill for Russia. We're talking about almost 13 Vils. So you can tell that there's an ELO difference here. Russia making a tiny bit of a misplay by not going for the villagers. He does not know they're there, but...
he may get these 3 torps, though, so that will be beneficial. Yeah. 400 resources being thrown out, plus what they gather for you.
And also, Pasha is starting to retorp this mine on this side of the map, but Russia is aware of that. He needs those mines, and he has 10 Musketeers ready. And he's going to probably kill this villager and start sieging this house right away, which is a very good play. I like the way Russia is denying torps at the moment. Pasha is aging to the Fortress era, a very good call.
He needs to be careful, though, because if Russia decides to push with this mass, that might be tough. I mean, Russia's at 150 pop.
It is. It is.
That's a big mass coming from Russia here.
Veteran Cavalrians are now being researched.
I believe this is the only Euro matchup for Sweden where their Karelines outtrade normal Musketeers, right? Because these Musketeers are much weaker than, Brits or Ports or Spain's Musketeers. So I think this is the only one where the Karelines will actually outtrade them.
Yeah, that is true. 100%.
Gonna lose a Huss here. 1 Huss down. Russia on 174 military pop here. Massing like crazy. 180 military pop here.
And look at the villager gap between these two civilizations. It is now 10 Vils. There's a 10 Vils difference between the two of them. And
big mass of Russia coming in. Huge.
Good. Very good micro. Only problem here are going to be the cannons. But even then, Russian numbers are looking scary here.
Massive, but decent numbers out of Sweden. Sweden has a decent mass, but he also got a lot of idle time. Look at all the villagers for Sweden. They all stopped gathering.
The cannons are going to be getting destroyed by this volley fire from the Russian hordes. The Russian hordes have come. You know, the saying,
both.
visit Russia before Russia visits you.
And we got town militia being called as well, and the 2 Falconet shipment. Now this is going to be detrimental.
He overstayed his welcome, I assume, but I mean, town militia did really help.
And we got some Haka pellets coming in. Good fight for Sweden there.
Absolutely.
That just put them up 5k score. 44 vills for Russia, 34 for Sweden.
But again, I don't think it was that bad of a fight for Russia. I think in this scenario, I would cancel the 4 Cossacks, I would send the wood, and I would just age up and continue to mess.
Yeah, we need to get up to age 3 at this point.
Yeah.
Your opponent's at age 3. He has Falconets. He's got veteran Carolines. It might be time.
He does not have, if you think about it, Pasha does not have Max Thorpe, and he's behind in Vills by 12. So at this point, if you're Russia, you have to. Oh, he sent the Team Fury actually. Interesting. He did cancel the 4 Cossacks. Not a bad.
He's microing for an age up.
His micro is clean. I like that. Russia has a very clean micro. 28. You always need a lot more food than you need other resources. Haka is going to be connecting against these units, and again, Russia is going to struggle against this amount of cavalry. But again, oh no, Pasha is going to start using the Hakas. Is Pasha a Haka lamer confirmed? Can we confirm that in the stream?
We are confirming it, and we have Russia on 70 Strelets.
And again, the Strelets are cheap. They're fodder cannon. And
yes.
And
this is not good, but we do have an age up now, an exile prince, so he will have a fast age up here. Russia on 50 vills, Sweden on 35.
I think we're gonna speed up a little bit the age up because there's gonna be not. Let's stop it as soon as they hit H3 so we can get a little bit of action, because these players are not gonna engage in this part of the game. Okay, it is now H3. And these guys are going to be positioning their armies.
Score is relatively close.
It's coming up, and I love the fact that the Russian player's first decision is to queue up a Culverine. He knows he has to deal with the Falconets, and he's going to be smart about it, and he's going to queue up Culverines instead of just massing cover.
You don't ever want to be this close in score with Russia if you're another Civ. Russia typically underscores pretty heavy.
Pretty heavy.
And right now you are almost... Well, you got a 3k score difference, but that's not too bad. We got a heavy Haka raid coming in. We are Haka laming for sure. Confirmed. Gonna go ahead and pick up 2 of them. Couple Cossacks coming in. We need some veteran upgrades here on the Russia army. Floating 2,500 food right now for Russia.
One of the biggest problem right now with this strategy is that Pasha is effectively distracting his opponent, while at the same time he's retorping the entire map. So this is going to be a big issue. If he's not careful here, he could lose vills, but he could also lose the momentum that he gained by denying the mines.
That is true. Scores are within 1,000 points of each other. Russia still hasn't gotten any of their veteran upgrades.
2 Culverines are out for Russia. We need to see upgrade. Yeah, we need the upgrades.
We got 1. We got veteran Strelets coming in now. We got 40 vills for Sweden, 52 for Russia. Masses are probably... I mean, considering Strelets are pretty cheap, I'd say the mass is fairly even. But we do have 3 Falconets now for Sweden. But good thing Russia did queue some Carolines. I mean, some Culverins. So that will help. Micro a little bit off for Sweden, but he went for the professional gunners field armory age up.
He's also now investing into Huss, which is a really good play here. Now, I
Oh
would like
yeah.
to see some musketeers out of Russia. Oh, and some horse archers. Oh, I love this. This is a good composition. Russia close to the 200 military population mark. This is scary. This is
It
scary
is, and they
considering
have the
that.
2 Falconet shipment coming in as well.
Yeah, and Russia. Listen, I'm telling you, Russia is going to lose its Strelets, but they're still going to be in this fight, and their eco is still going to get growing. It's still going to get bigger.
It would have been nice to see one more TC come out of Russia if he could have just microed it.
Agreed.
He's on 55 vills, so if he could have just started booming out the vills, Russia's eco is really not bad once you get it up there. I mean, you can pump out some units, especially because they're so cheap.
Scores are dead even at this point, which tells you that if you're facing Russia, you're technically losing. Yeah, they're in the lead.
But he's gonna go ahead and take down that torp. Haka pellets coming in. Falcon shot. Nice volley from the Falconet.
Again, remember, these Strelets can die. They're not worth the volleys. Ooh, one Falconet down.
Ooh, nice volley.
Oh my goodness, did you see 2 Falconets go out to 1 Culvery?
Yes. Oh no.
Oh, brother, look at this mass of Russian units pushing the Swedish Pasha all the way to space.
The pressure's coming, the pressure's on. But right now, Russia needs to be remassing. He has all the resources. Just start pumping units.
His horse archers in the back, ready for the Swedish Huss.
Beautiful play here. Oh, Falconet's taking down the leather cannons. Culverin also targeting the leather cannons. 3 more leather cannons coming out for Sweden. But he has 2 Culverins. Oh no. Beautiful shots.
I gotta
Russia,
say, this
3K lead.
Ooh, this micro is insanely good. Artillery micro, well done. More Huss are on the field.
He has the range cavalry coming in. Gonna lose a Falconet, but he's got to keep the Calves alive. He's got to keep the Calves.
Fantastic use of the mass and to protect his artillery. Is now the Swedish player who is on the back foot. He cannot remass effectively. He's technically out of food. And he has already used his town militia, so he cannot use it to defend this push. Nice pop of letter cannons. But these guys are not industrial cannons. These guys are not field guns because Pasha does not have the card in the deck here. And they're going to be pushed back, all the way back.
Oh man, 5,000 point lead now in favor of Russia. But he does have 18 idols here, but he has transitioned to mills. He's got the 2 mills up in the back.
Ooh, actually, look at the pop of a militia man.
That's gonna do some damage because that is CM as well, so it's gonna be a decent amount of militiamen. Gonna take down the Falconet and the Culverin. But he did lose that TC. So he currently has no TC on the map right now. And not enough wood.
One Falconet that just died before it could even arm itself. Oh, no. My goodness me. Someone call an ambulance. But not for the Russian player, because he's brave.
I know, who would have thought? He's at max pop right now, and he's also sending in his Manchurian Cav Archer shipment.
Insane. And Sweden is actually fully torp, but it's so difficult to remass right now, because Pasha is going to be trickle feeding these units into the Russian army, and you're going to see it. The Huss are going to pop, and they're going to die. Oh, actually, no, he's going to pull them back. Okay.
There's just nothing Sweden can do to get back into this game at this point. Russia's at 67 vills, plenty of pressure, already transitioned into the late game. Has the 3 mills up. Still has still has a whole gold mine in the back left that he can gather from if he needs to.
Well, you know what they say about Russian mills. They're extremely bountiful.
I would say so, because we're at a 10k score disadvantage for Sweden. Unfortunate, but if you look over on the left here, his vills did see the Sweden vills on that mine. 14 of them.
It's a lot of vills.
Russia is at pop cap as well. Russia's gonna be able to micro for H4 if they want to. Manchus are in. Look at them tanky boys. Just gonna go in and destroy them Hussars.
Look at this. And look
Yeah.
at this. Oh, you gotta. These
You just
Manchus
don't
are.
even stand a chance. Look at them Manchus.
I mean,
Unbelievable.
I'm ready to just forward a little bit because we
Yeah.
do have 3 games to cast, and I don't think there's much to see here. We're gonna ready up
We
a little
can
bit.
fast forward this one a little bit. Get to the end. 11K score advantage for Russia. Look at the food on Russia. 6K.
Jeez Louise.
Oh my God. 7K.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, this MU I think is Russian favorite. I think on the other
Very
side,
well, maybe. I mean, from what I just saw, I'm gonna go with it.
you gotta believe it. You
I'm
better
a
believe
believer.
it.
I'm a believer.
Yeah, listen, this is.
Sitting on 8K food. Unbelievable. Well played from the Russia player.
I gotta say, like, this is oof. I mean, I think Pasha defended well at the beginning, but I think his Fortress Age play was a little bit slow.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, once you get to, I fast forwarded right to the end, and once you get to the resources gathered, you're gonna be a little, you might be surprised, you might not. I was. A little concerning.
Let me see here. Holy 50K for 50K. What?
I don't know how they matched resources with, that's insane.
That is absolute insanity. It shows you how effective torps are.
That makes no sense, but it happened. I mean, even if Russia trades almost positive, you can guarantee you lost the game.
Yeah. I gotta say, with all due respect, Popolim played extremely well. He was a little bit passive mid game, but good gracious, he was good. He was good in denying Torbs to Sweden, and I'm very surprised because I fully expected Pasha to win with his main civ fully. So,
Yeah. No, that was a good play from Russia.
all
Good
right, we're
play.
gonna end the recording. Game 1 is over. I'll see you in game number 2.